Just finished watching episode 10 of My Demon. I have a lot of thoughts. I am so captivated by this show. There is a lot to untangle in episode 9 and 10. And there are some iconic quotes, there's some iconic scenes, and there's some things I'm still unclear about. So let's dive in. I have to talk about episode 9 and 10 of My Demon. We're going on a break, so the show, I believe, will return in the new year with some fresh new episodes. But in the meantime, I first have to say, obviously, episode 9 was a palate cleanser. It was the calm before the storm. There was so many great cutesy moments in it, and I want to just recap some of them that I really enjoyed. I absolutely love that they went on a tricycle together. Is that what it is? That bicycle that they shared as a seat? Like the whole, we have to be like a couple and do couplish things, and Gu-won absolutely getting his life, just being 10 toes down in his husband duties, you know, just enjoying being husband of the year, and just all the dates that they had were just phenomenal. Him calling Do-Hee babe was amazing. I thought it was so cute, and she's kind of looking at him like, what the hell are you doing? What is this? I like that they can still tease each other and not always just be mushy-gushy. Like, I love the love, I love the cuteness and the bubbliness, but I also like that they can still like poke fun at each other. I want them to keep that dynamic and energy. And I gotta say, it was ingenious to make Do-Hee drunk and that Gu-won had to take care of her. One of my top favorite scenes from this show, mainly because Do-Hee's assistant is a superstar all on her own. I have some suspicions about that character only because I don't really trust anyone in the show outside of Do-Hee and Gu-won, but I really like Do-Hee's assistant, and the actress is just really funny, and how she pronounces the butler's name was killing me. Was just so damn funny. They're just the two of them, and Do-Hee going into that super high-pitched girly voice and just being utterly obnoxious but cute at the same time, and Gu-won just kind of falling even more in love with her. All of that was gold. So all the happy-go-lucky moments were really just everything for me, just so cute. And I like that the show is still able to keep up the tension and darkness. I mean, pretty much everyone that's been watching, I think, has suspected that the eldest brother has been evil from the get-go. Like, to me, they really haven't scaled back in, you know, throwing in some red herring that he would be one of the main culprits in what's going on. And I'm glad that we kind of have everything out in the open, and that he's basically the main orchestrator of everything that has been coming down the pipeline, and why Do-Hee continues to be terrorized. And it looks like it's not enough that she's stepping down from their group and even giving up the inheritance that Madame Ju had given her in her will. I understand that she just wants that peace. I love that she's at that point where she is so protective of Gu-won that she's willing just to give up everything, and she genuinely hopes that this is going to settle the dust. But no way. Not narratively, because it wouldn't make sense, and there's still several episodes to go, so clearly there's going to be more drama. But I'm glad that both the eldest brother and his son, the nephew, they're both revealed as obviously the black hats of the show. And the fact that the son is getting that much more unhinged, it's just like, there's something really dead in the eyes of the actor that plays him too. Like, you just get the creeps from both of them. They're both doing a really great job, maybe too damn good of a job, you know what I'm saying? But they're both intensely creepy. And I also love that we got confirmation that the Ajumma, the one who has been on the streets and seemingly like the comedic relief, but obviously knew a lot more that was going on. I like that we got the final reveal that she is God in the show, the universe, the orchestrator of, you know, Gu-won being able to actually even exist as a demon and have his powers. And the ultimatum that was given basically at the end of F9, which was a phenomenal cliffhanger. I think in a way, I'm going to get into obviously a lot more spoilers for episode 10, but episode 9 would have been a great way to keep the audience hanging until the new year, in my humble opinion. So I think it was kind of a mistake, even though they've been doing the pattern of releasing 2 episodes, like one Friday, one Saturday. I think that's how it has been. But I think leaving it on episode 9 would have been the cliffhanger. Yeah, we would all been pissed off, but I think it would have racked up the tension that much more to leave that moral dilemma with Gu-won. But it picks right up in episode 10, and the quotes that the two of them were making, they're like 10 toes down in the relationship. Part of me loves it because I'm enjoying the show so much. I'm really, really enjoying Gu-won and Do-Hee as romantic partners and as just partners in crime in general. I like the joking. I like that their chemistry has gotten better. But I also think as well, I'm kind of surprised by how much that they're so 10 toes down in that they're like, yeah, I basically are giving each other love confessions. But I'll tell you, like, one of the quotes in episode 10 was, if there ever comes a day when we need to make a cruel decision, my choice would always be you. Rather than be forgotten, forgetting someone that I love is more like hell for me. I wish you do not resent me for this decision. And this is Do-Hee. So in episode 10, there's like a lot that is untangled. So it's revealed that in order for Gu-won to get his powers back in full, he has to wait for the full moon, and Do-Hee will have to die. And he is not having that. We as the audience are not even given time to even think maybe he will betray her in the end, because he's so obviously in, and he himself says to the deity, no, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to save both myself and I'm going to save Do-Hee. I'm going to get both of us out of this. And he is fully in his business about that. And I love that there isn't like the miscommunication trope between them, not really anymore. Like, I love that because now that they've solidified themselves as a couple, I feel like this episode could have gotten a lot tropier, and you know, the characters like Star Jin getting involved. Can I just say, as an aside, I can't stand that character. I find the actress's voice really whiny to the point that it's grating on the ears. I find the character irritating. I understand that the show tried to give her a little bit of backstory so that we would have a little bit of empathy and end up rooting for her, but there's just something with the character that just is so annoying. And she's an archetype in a lot of K-dramas of the second female lead that has to be the thorn in the side of the main couple, but she gets on my nerves, and so does the second male lead too. I actually don't care that he cares about Do-Hee and whatever. I'm still suspicious of him. Pretty much at this stage in the game, we've pretty much revealed all the major villains in the show. The stalker that had, you know, all those abrasions on his neck and was just like Buffalo Bill, but worse. You know, he was killed off because, you know, the eldest brother is completely loco. And we also have the nephew character as well, who's also just off the rails. And we also find out that he's been mutilated by his father. Like, literally, we have a scene in episode 10 where he sticks like a hot poker on his arm, and he just walks away from it just bleeding, just gaping wounds on his forearm. And he's just in complete rage and bitterness. But yeah, I can't stand either the second male lead or the second female lead. Both characters just go away. Like, just go away. Anyways, getting more down into the episode, Gu-won and Do-Hee basically come up with this plan. We're going to reenact the whole night where we fell off the bridge once again. We're going to go to Han River, and we're going to see if we can do the power transfer. And just before they set off to do this, Star Jin actually meets with Do-Hee privately and essentially tells her, you need to kill yourself and save Gu-won. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is going on here? Like, she just casually gave her tablets of poison and said, yeah, you know, chase this down with some liquor and, you know, just off yourself so Gu-won can survive and we can all just move on from this mess and I can finally have a shot at him, even though he's wanted nothing to do with me since I've been like a child and I've been in his presence for like decades and it's just been a thorn in his side. But yeah, you know, just kill yourself and just be done with it. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? But Do-Hee actually took what she said to heart and had basically made the decision in her mind that she was actually going to sacrifice herself. And then it comes down to those final moments. They end up in that gas station. She ends up getting that postcard and she reminisces on like all the recent, you know, memories that they've had together. She even made a cake for him. She ended up using salt instead of sugar and it was this whole cutesy thing. And in the end, the nephew just comes out of nowhere and basically drives a car through the gas station and it's like super dramatic. And they're surrounded by fire and we're led back to like a premonition that Gu-won had, that he would be surrounded by flames before he spontaneously combusts, because that's the main fear, that he will no longer exist once his powers are completely gone from him, right? And she's on the floor, she looks like she's dying, and I actually thought the episode would end on that end, and I was like, they can't do this. They absolutely cannot do this to us in episode 10. But then Gu-won unselfishly makes the ultimate sacrifice and he puts his life on the line, steps into the ring of fire, quite literally, in this gas station, and he goes to save Do-Hee, while of course Star-jin and the other second male lead, I still haven't bothered to learn his name, are there watching and screaming and crying and whatever the hell. And I love that the show uses like two of the most powerful elements, fire and water, to symbolize these two coming together and the ultimate sacrifice each of them make to be with the other. Like in the opening episode, in water, in that body of water, Do-Hee makes the ultimate sacrifice, and instead of pulling away and saving herself, still chooses to save Gu-won in those moments, and the power transfers to her. And then in fire, in those final moments, Gu-won decides to dive to save her, and the power transfers back to him. So I'm really loving it. I have a feeling that a lot of the theories that we're discussing are definitely going to come true as far as Do-Hee's true origins, definitely diving into like the past life stuff. And I'm really curious on how their dynamic's going to be in the past. I hope that there is an element of teasing there. And I hope we get a really cool characterization of Do-Hee, because I have a feeling she was in fact a demon herself. Like there has to be like a bigger picture. So I'm going with like the speculations online, and I want that to turn out to be true. But in the end, Do-Hee and Gu-won were able to walk out of this alive, and that's how they left us for the final shot of episode 10. So the show is still straddling the line of having the darkness element in it. You know, the brother, the eldest brother, has now ascended to being the CEO of the Mirage Group. Is that what it's called? And, you know, we don't see the body of the nephew after he crashes the car into the gas station, seemingly trying to finish Do-Hee. And I still think the second male lead is sus, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's still like a surprise reveal, because there's still several episodes, and I think they are going to have one more trick coming out the hat, but we'll see. But I'm going to conclude this for today's podcast episode, and you better stay tuned. If you're into My Demon as much as I am, I'm going to keep these episodes coming, because I am locked in and loaded. If you're watching this via YouTube, I appreciate you so much, so much. Please share with your friends, anyone that is a K-drama, C-drama lover. If you're listening to this via Spotify, you are one of the real ones. I got so much love for you as well. And I hope y'all are enjoying this. I hope you guys all have happy holidays. And let's keep this going into the new year, okay? Bye.